Okay, so now we have November 2016, question number 2, part 1. Express the equation sine 2x plus 3 cos 2x is equal to 3 multiplied by the whole bracket, which is sine 2x minus cos 2x. In the form of this, so we have to express this in the form of tan 2x, and we know that if this is going to be tan 2x, then we should be getting something as sine 2x over cos 2x, because that is going to give us tan 2x. So let's just solve this. We have sine 2x plus 3 cos 2x. We have done nothing over here. We will multiply the right hand side by 3. We'll open the brackets basically. Remember, this is not an identity. We do not have to prove the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, because this is equal to, this is not showing an identity sign. It doesn't say, it says express this equation in the form of this. This is what we have to express it in. So this is 3 sine 2x minus 3 cos 2x. So let's shift everything on one side, and I will have 3 cos 2x. I'm should have everything as positive. So I am leaving the 3 cos 2x on this side, and I'm shifting this on this side too. So that's going to give me plus 3 cos 2x. And I'm bringing the sign on the other side. So that's 3 sine 2x is already here. Shifting this sign on this side. So that's going to give me a negative sine 2x. So 3 cos 2x plus 3 cos 2x gives me 6 cos 2x is equal to 3 sine 2x minus sine 2x gives me 2 sine 2x. 6 divided by 2 is equal to sine 2x over cos 2x. So what I've done is I've taken sine 2x over cos 2x, and I've shifted this. So I've cross multiplied these two basically. So 6 over 2 is just 3, and sine 2x over cos 2x, I get this as tan 2x. And my question was asking in the form of tan 2x is equal to k, where k is a constant. So yes, k is a constant, and the value of that k is 3. So that's the answer. That's part 1 done. Hence solve the equation this. So part 2, we need to solve this equation. Part 2 is a bit different, is interesting, since we have a different range given over here. So we have tan 2x is equal to 3. That's what we got. We have 2x is equal to tan inverse of negative 3. Tan inverse of negative 3. Tan inverse of negative 3. Oh, not tan inverse of negative 3, just tan inverse of 3. There's no negative 3, so it's just tan inverse of 3. So we have 2x is equal to, we take tan on the other side, we get tan inverse of 3. And tan inverse of 3 on the calculator, we can quickly do this. So this has to be in degree mode, radian mode. We need to check. So the question says it was in degree mode since it's minus 92, positive 90, and we have the calculator in degree mode, so that's fine. So that's tan inverse of just 3, 71.56. So I'll take that as 71.6. So I have 2x is equal to 71.6. This is the first angle that I'm getting. Now going back to the range. If you look at the question, this is why I said this question is a bit interesting. This is a bit different because the range is given from negative 90 to positive 90. We haven't done any questions which had negative 90 range as yet. This is the first one we are doing. So the range is given from negative 90 to positive 90. So let's just solve this for the positive value first. and tan is positive. So tan has to be positive. Tan is positive in the first one and in the third one, right over here, which is theta, which is 180 plus theta. So let's get done with this first. So theta 2x is 71.6 in this case. 2x, this is for the first quadrant, right over here. The third one would give us 180 plus theta. 180 plus 71.6. Both of these have to be divided by x because this is 2x is equal to this. So x is equal to 71.6 divided by 2. I'll just quickly do this. I have to do this over here again. So 71.6 divided by 2 divided by 2. I get this as 35.78. 35.78. 35.78. So I'll take this as 8, 35.8. And this I get as 180 plus 70, 180 plus 71.6, 180 plus 71.6, which is this, 251.6 divided by 2. I get this as 125.8. So my final answer over here is 125.8. 125.8, 125.8. This is not less than 90, and this is the limit has to be 90. So I have to reject this value. This is fine for the positive quadrant. So what I've done is, yeah, till now, I've got this value, which is 35.8. This value I had to reject because this was exceeding 90 degrees. The range is from negative 90 to positive 90. Now what happens with the negative 90? Like I said, we haven't done negative 90s. So let me just draw this first and explain to you what happens when we have a negative quadrant. This is where the range is from 0 to 360. That's all positive. What we do is we have the first quadrant, we take theta. In the first quadrant, everything, all are positive. Second quadrant, we have sine positive. We take this as 180 minus theta. The third quadrant is tan positive, and this is 180 plus theta. The fourth one is cos positive, which is 360 minus theta. When we have anything which is negative, let's say negative 360 to 0. So x is from 0 to negative 360. In negative 360, everything is reversed. So this, the fourth quadrant becomes the first quadrant. This becomes the second. This becomes the third. And this becomes the fourth. In the first quadrant, like I said, everything is reversed. So in the first quadrant, if you look over here, in the positive quadrant, it was theta. So for the negative one, it's going to be negative theta. Second quadrant over here is 180 minus theta. So everything is reversed, right? So 180 minus theta will become minus 180 plus theta. This, the third quadrant is 180 plus theta. So that's going to become minus 180 minus theta. The fourth quadrant over here is 360 minus theta. So that would be minus 360 plus theta. Now remember, tan was positive, and tan is positive in the first one. Add sugar to coffee, and still we have to take tan as positive. So we have to take this quadrant right over here, which is minus 180 plus theta. So that's negative 180 plus theta, and theta was 71.6. This is equal to 2x. So 2x is equal to minus 180 plus 71.6, which gives you, that would give you 108.4, and that will give you negative 108.4. So 2x is equal to negative 108.4, and you will get x as 70 50 50, let me just use a calculator. 54, yeah, 54.2. So negative 54.2. So now, like the question said, we have to find the answer between this range from negative this to negative. So our final answer is from negative 54.2. The other answer that we got was 35.8. This is the answer that we got right over here, 35.8. So that's 35.8. So this is our answer when we have a mixture of the positive and negative range. So this is one thing to remember. This is for positive range. This is the opposite thing that you do for the negative range. The angles remain the same. So it's still A, S, T, C. The only thing that has changed is this has become the first quadrant now. This is the second, third, and then fourth. So it's like this, clockwise in this case and anti-clockwise in this case. So that was November 2016, question number 2.